Do you really want to live your life like that? Do you really want to live your life where someone else is behind the steering wheel and they're dictating and controlling where you're going to go in life, when you can slow down, when you can stop? No. Welcome. My name is Queen. Thank you so much for checking out my channel. Just a little bit about my channel. I'm here to help uplift women, okay? I want the ladies out here living their best life, being happy, making money, preventing heartbreaks, finding the best partner, or learning how to live life without a partner. I just want the girlies to be out here, okay? And one of the ways that you can be out here thriving is to be selfish. Yes, to be selfish. Selfishness gets such a bad rap. And the reason why selfishness gets such a bad rap is because selfishness is the brainwashing tool that we have always been told that is a dangerous thing, because being selfish is actually what prevents from other people getting help. I know that was deep, right? I know that was deep, but it's the truth. When you are selfish, it will force other people to help themselves. But as humans, we no longer live in a evolutionary past where we are communal. We have to work together in order to stay alive for our survival. We no longer have to conform to norms to thrive and to survive and to be okay. That is something that we have not grown out of yet. It's been demonized for us, especially women, to be selfish because we have been conditioned at a very young age to be people pleasers, to be caretakers, to be being selfish is not about being mean. It's not about being cruel. It's not about, just being an asshole. Being selfish is all about reclaiming your power, your time, and your resources for you, because you are the one that has this life to live, and you need time, you need money, you need resources, you need energy. And when you are taking that and just giving that out freely to your boyfriend, your husband, your children, your workplace, you are going to be drained, and you are going to look back at your life, and you're going to look back at how you helped all of these people and no one helped you. And that's the thing about, when you are selfless, like how most women are, you are there at everyone's beck and call to help them. And then when it comes time for them to help you, it's cricket. No one is available to help you all of a sudden. All of a sudden, everyone has forgotten about all of the good deeds you did for them, all of the sacrifices you made for them. But you'll never have to go through that when you're the one making sacrifices for yourself, when you are the one that is at your own beck and call. Being selfish is all about setting boundaries, okay? I remember when I would go to therapy, my therapist used to always tell me when I would talk to her about setting boundaries, because setting boundaries are very difficult, especially when you were a people pleaser and you're trying to walk away from being a people pleaser and, walk away from being so selfless. It makes you feel uncomfortable because you have to learn how to use the word no. And we don't like using the word no. And we don't like using the word no because we care a lot about how other people feel. And we've been conditioned to care more about how we make other people's feel as opposed to caring about how we make ourselves feel. And so I remember my therapist would tell me when I would, bring this up to her about how uncomfortable boundaries were making me feel, she used to always tell me, boundaries are not for the other person. Boundaries are for you. Boundaries are created for you, for your protection. So if someone asks you, can you pick me up from the airport? And let's just say you had to work like 7 days in a row prior, and your day off will be the same day that they need you to pick them up from the airport. You already know after working 7 days straight, you're going to be exhausted. Okay. You're going to be downright tired after working 7 days straight. And you know this. You know you're going to be freaking tired. Your boundary for yourself would be, you know what? I'm going to be tired. I don't feel like picking someone up from the airport. I don't really want to do it, nor do I have to do it. And so it may frustrate the other person, you know what I mean, that you can't pick them up from the airport, but you are protecting your energy. You are protecting your energy by saying no, because it's like Uber exists. You know what I mean? Family members exist. They can figure out another way to get transportation from the airport to their destination. And so the thing about being selfish selfish is that it's an energy protect of yourself because it drains you when you're helping everyone. We even see this in the workplace. You're the one staying over all the time. You're the one coming in early. You're the one doing extra work when you are not clocked in because your work sees you as the savior. They see you as the help. They see you as the workplace hero. And so what happens is you're going to have all these other employees coming up to you. Can you help me? Can you help revise this? Can you help me fix this? Can you help me solve this problem? And it's going to drain you because you're like, I have my own pile of work that I have to work on. But because everyone has seen you as the hero because you refuse to say no, you refuse to uphold boundaries for your own energy and for your own protection, everyone is going to keep running to you until you say no, until you set boundaries. Being selfish puts you in control. When you are selfless, you're in the passenger seat. You're in the passenger seat and someone else is driving. And so they're driving to their destination. And if you're lucky, you may be able to say, hey, I want to stop off at so-and-so, I want to go to Wawa. Can we stop over at Wawa? And then if they decide that they want to go to Wawa, if they decide that they want to, dedicate some time to you, then they'll go on ahead and do it if they want to. Do you really want to live your life like that? Do you really want to live your life where someone else is behind the steering wheel and they're dictating and controlling where you're going to go in life, when you can slow down, when you can stop? No, you want to be in the driver's seat. You want to stop and take a break when you're tired. You want to go grab a bite to eat when you're hungry. You don't want to do it. You don't want to do it only if you're allowed to because you just refuse to speak up and say anything. You get to have control over your life when you are selfish. A selfish woman is dangerous. It would be so many more women in power, in powerful positions if women just learned to be selfish instead of trying to take care of the collective. We live in a world now where YouTube is pretty much its own university. You can literally find out how to make money, how to solve a problem, how to do any and everything just by whipping out your phone. The solutions, the answers to your questions, they are all at your disposal. So you have to remember this when people are so quick to run to you. You know what I mean? Because you need time for yourself. You need solitude for yourself so that you can be a visionary, so that you can be a creative, so that you can be an accomplished woman. And you won't get to that pinnacle of your life when you are so busy taking care of everyone else, because then you're neglecting yourself. A woman who is selfish is a force to be reckoned with because she is taking this time for herself to create something, to make more money, to build a legacy. And you have to have time for yourself in order to do that. Being selfishness is an act of self-preservation. You being selfish is going to preserve your energy. And not only that, it's going to preserve the amount of healthy people that are in your life. Listen, when I decided to do bodybuilding, me and my best friend had a conversation and I had to sit her down and I'm like, listen, I'm tunnel vision on my goal to doing my first bodybuilding show. And when you choose to do a sport like bodybuilding, it's very selfish because you have a very strict diet. You are constantly in the gym. You're hungry. You're moody. And so it is a very self-dedicated thing because I can't go out. I can't go drink. I can't do a lot of the social things that a lot of people do in their friendships. And so I had to set a boundary with her and explain to her, hey, for these next 20 weeks, it's most likely going to be me, myself, and I. Of course, we can hang out, but I may not have the energy. I may not have the mental energy or the physical energy to kind of kiki how we normally would on a regular basis. And she understood. Was it easy for her? Of course not, but she understood. The thing about it is that a lot of women are afraid to become selfish because they fear the friendships and the relationships that will get severed. There is no relationship or friendship worth keeping where you cannot preserve your own energy, when you cannot preserve your own self. That means that they are actually not in a relationship or in a friendship with you as a person. They are having a friendship or relationship with you based off of what you can do for them. That is not healthy at all, because God forbid, what if something happens to you? What if something happens to you where you no longer have the capability to take care of people? You know what I mean? The capability to take care of everyone and be there for everyone. Then what? Those friendships are no longer going to be there anyway. Those relationships are no longer going to be there anyway. The people who are really going to ride for you and be there for you are the people who understand to respect your selfishness, to respect your solitude, to respect you wanting to keep your head down to accomplish a goal, because they're going to understand this is something that she really wants. This is something that really means a lot to her. This is something that's going to make her extremely happy. And the people that you surround yourself with, they should want to see you happy. So if you explain that this is what's going to make me happy, this is what's going to make me thrive, a real friend or real partner is going to honor and they're going to respect that. You have to be unapologetic when it comes to being selfish, because when you become more selfish, you're going to realize that it's going to piss off a lot of people. I'm just going to give it to you straight. It's going to piss off a lot of people because they have been benefiting off of you not having any boundaries set. They've been benefiting off of you not being selfish. And so once you decide that they're going to be like, oh, you're switching up. Who is this new person? You're acting brand new. They're going to all of a sudden, they're going to try to become the victim. And that right there is your cue. That should be your cue to signal to you, this person wasn't a real friend in the first place. They only wanted to be friends with you based off of your capacity on how selfless you could be. And so it's time for you to cut those people off. And you have to be comfortable with the fact of dropping people, being comfortable with understanding quality over quantity. I'd rather just have one quality friend than have like 5 friends who really aren't supportive, who don't understand or respect my need for solitude, who don't want to honor my need to keep my head down, to focus on my goals, even if it means I may not be able to hang out with them. I'd rather have one solid friend than just 5 mediocre friends. And so you have to get comfortable with cutting people off. You're going to live the whole rest of your life meeting new people. Okay? It's very, very easy to meet new people. All you got to do is just go outside and talk to people or smile at people or join some type of club. Meeting people is extremely easy. So trust me, you're not going to be at a loss just because these people don't want to honor your boundaries, because you decided that you want to now be selfish and you want to reclaim your power. When you decide to be selfish, so many people are going to want to question you on, well, who are you now? And why have you changed? And why are you doing this? Listen, you don't owe an answer to anybody. No is a complete sentence. No is a complete sentence. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to over explain yourself. If someone wants something from you and you say no, that's all you have to say. You don't have to explain yourself to anyone. The only person that needs an explanation from you is you. You only have to owe an answer to yourself to make sure you know why you're doing what you're doing. You know where it's coming from and you know where it's headed. The thing about selfishness being so demonized, what's so crazy is that it's brainwashing when all of the positive terms that have self in them are the things that you actually should have. Self-love, self-respect, self-esteem. Those are all regarding the self. Those are acts of selfishness that you need for your survival. Selfishness has to be rooted in survival. So if you have a goal, if you have a plan that you want to execute, you have to be selfish because your survival depends on getting this goal accomplished. You being selfish is what's going to prevent you from falling into a depression. You being selfish is what's going to prevent you from having such high anxiety that it causes panic attacks. You being selfish is what's going to allow you to be the business owner, the fit girly, the girl boss. You have to be selfish when you want to accomplish goals. I hope this video empowers you and allows you to feel more confident stepping into your power of selfishness, because being selfish is indeed a power. It is. It's a power. If this video resonated with you, please drop a comment and tell me one thing that you're going to do to act in your selfishness today. Please do not forget to like and subscribe, because it's really going to help the algorithm to push my content out. And it's also going to allow me to make more content for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will check back in with you next time. Bye.